What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy JD Aroma Plug back again with another video for you guys. And today I'm excited to talk about a fragrance house that I just picked up 5 fragrances from. And this house is none other than Mind Games. So Mind Games is a fairly new niche fragrance house. They first launched in 2022, like fall 2022. So fairly new house that just has a lot of bangers, a lot of fragrances that I've smelled from them have just been simply phenomenal. Just really high quality, good fragrances. Expensive, we're gonna talk more about that, but expensive fragrances that aren't really discounted. I haven't seen them discounted anywhere. They're hard to get for anything less than retail, which currently sits at $375 per bottle. So some of you may have seen the review that I did on French Defense. I was completely blown away, like utterly blown away by French Defense. And in that video, I told you guys that I'm getting that fragrance. Like, it was a no-brainer. I had to have it. So, I went to Neiman Marcus and, I went in there gearing up to purchase French Defense. And, I get there and I'm like, all right, let me check out some other Mind Games fragrances. There were a lot that I hadn't smelled yet. I was familiar with maybe about 4, I would say 4, maybe 5 going into there, but they have about 20 fragrances now at this point. So there was a lot that I still hadn't smelled. So I was like, let me get my nose on some of these others and also revisit some of the ones that I did already smell and was slightly familiar with. And whew, man, I went down a rabbit hole. Literally my intentions was to go there, pick up French Defense and leave. But I just had to get my nose on some more Mind Games fragrances. And yeah, it had my head a little woozy. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted to go in there and just buy up more than what I did. So I ended up getting 5 fragrances. Like I said, initially I was just going for French Defense, but there was just so much from the house that I just really enjoyed and just felt like was simply special. And there was more that I didn't get. Like, there's others that I smelled that I'm like, I really like this, and eventually I probably will end up with those as well. So it was even hard coming to a decision on 5. There was definitely, I would say, easily another 3 that I didn't pick up that I feel like at some point down the line, I could see myself grabbing for my collection. They just really had a lot of great scents, a lot of great fragrances that I enjoy and I would get a lot of use out of. But anyway, with all of that being said, I'm going to tell y'all about the 5 that I did walk away with. Kind of let you know the way I was thinking, why I picked it up, what I like about it. We could talk about the other fragrances that were on the borderline that didn't quite make the cut, at least for this haul. And I'll kind of let you know why I chose these over those, and my thoughts a little bit on those as well. So we'll start with from the 5 that I purchased, from the one that, of course, the one that I went there for, which was French Defense. So French Defense, we'll go there first. You have French Defense here. The bottles, the Mind Games bottles, these are some of the best bottles in the business. Like, they are very impressive, especially in person when you get your hands on them. The quality is top notch. Just everything about them. The caps are really, really nice. You know, you can't pick these up by the cap. I did notice that. Don't pick them up by the cap. They can, the bottle is pretty heavy, so the cap can slip off and the bottle can fall. So don't do that. But otherwise, the quality of the bottle is just amazing. The atomizers are simply some of the best atomizers that I've seen on any bottles. This probably competes with like Louis Vuitton. If you're familiar with the Louis Vuitton atomizers, Mind Games right there. So I'll just show you what that looks like. It's pressurized, really, really smooth atomizer. Whew, French Defense. Man, I already talked about this one, so I'm not gonna go too in depth, but you know, you get it's a cherry amber fragrance, a bit of like a liqueur cherry, and amber. It's beautiful fragrance. So that was simple enough. That's what I went to Neiman Marcus to grab. Amazing fragrance. So that was the easiest of the bunch. So now I'll show you another one that I picked up. And this one was definitely the second choice. I had already gotten my nose on this, and I actually did a review on this fragrance as well. So this was a fairly easy decision as well. And that is Blockade. So here, Blockade. So this is another amazing fragrance. This is mostly for spring, summer, but it's just a really beautiful green mango scent with a little bit of like you get a little bit of spiciness from like the pepper, the tomato leaf in this. This is just incredible. Man, I need to spray this too. This is just so good. Like I said, mango is the biggest thing you get here. The mango sticks around through the entire life of the fragrance, and it's an incredible mango scent. You know, so it's really fruity, sweet, but also a bit spicy. You know, there's oud in it as well, so it has like a little bit of. It's not just a straight fruity, sweet fragrance. It's fruity and sweet, yes, but it also has some depth to it, and it's just really, really well done. I can smell this all day. Oh man, it's amazing. Similar to Aventus, it does have that Aventus DNA, but not with pineapple, with mango. And you know, some of y'all know who've seen my videos before, I love Aventus. This is phenomenal. Like mango, green mango, tomato leaf. Oh my goodness. This is pepper. There's pink pepper in here. Oh, this is amazing. So that was number 2, Blockade. So I kind of started off with French Defense. I got a banger fall winter fragrance with French Defense. Blockade. I got a banger spring summer fragrance. And then it got a little tricky after that. Right? So the next one I'm gonna show you guys, I would say this was probably pick number 3. And that is Jadoo. So Jadoo, man, this is absolutely amazing. This is a pomegranate and suede fragrance. So those are the 2 main notes that they have on the bottle. But in the opening, you get like a bright kind of citrus type of vibe with the pomegranate and bergamot. But the dry down, boy, the dry down is crazy. So I'm sorry, not the bergamot, the pomegranate stays around. The pomegranate stays around through the life of the fragrance. And the pomegranate note is incredible. I don't think I've smelt pomegranate in any other fragrance that I've tried, or any fragrance that I've sampled or tried personally, this is the first pomegranate note that I've experienced, and it's incredible. So it stays through the life of the fragrance. So you have the pomegranate and the dry down, but then you also get more of the rose. There's a rose that starts to peek through, and also a beautiful, beautiful suede note that it just makes it just a really, really smooth dry down that just smells incredible. I've worn this once already. My wife absolutely loved it. Definitely one that has a pretty decent projection. It's one that I would say you probably get like 2 feet of a projection out of this. So it's definitely, I'm not going to say beast mode, but it does project well, and it has good longevity as well. This lasted me, I would say, at least 8 hours. I wasn't really clocking it, but at least 8 hours. Projects well, lasts long, and the pomegranate is beautiful. This is a sexy, sexy, sexy fragrance. It's really sexy. So definitely something that I'm gonna wear a lot, mainly for like night outs. Could be date nights, or could just be just a regular night out, doing something, hanging out. But it's for me, it's a night out fragrance. Probably wouldn't be too much for daytime wear, but it's just a sexy night out, hitting the streets. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance here. So Jadoo, this was pick number 3. All right. Now the next one, this one really caught me off guard. I really didn't know too much about this one when I got to Neiman Marcus, but when I smelled it, I was like really blown away. And this Mind Games fragrance is Gambit. So Gambit, this is like a everyday fragrance. To me, this can be a signature scent. This is something that, like, I wore this to work, and it fits in that environment. It can fit for a date. It can fit for running errands. This is just a daily wear fragrance. Definitely gives signature scent vibes. Very versatile. You can wear this year round. Maybe summertime I might stick to evenings, but really it's a year round fragrance, any season. Just very, very extremely versatile. You get petitgrain, cloves, patchouli. There's lavender. So let me spray it. It has like a fresh, clean vibe to it, but also a warm, spicy vibe mixed in. It's just a really unique fragrance, but I feel like it's not one that is, I would say, too left field. It's not gonna be offensive. It's really a great signature scent. Like this could easily become my signature scent. It just smells really good. It's clean. Yeah, man, it's just really clean. That lavender gives it a really clean, fresh vibe. But it's also warm, spicy at the same time. Yeah, this one it's hard to explain. It really is hard to explain Gambit. But I would just say think fresh, clean, but a tad spicy at the same time. Wearable in any situation. This one is really good. The patchouli in it, you can get the patchouli has a bit of earthiness as well, but it's not too earthy. It's not a harsh patchouli at all. I know some people don't really care for patchouli. For some people, it could come off a bit harsh or maybe a little bit too earthy. The patchouli note in Gambit is subtle, But yeah, it definitely does have an earthiness to it, but more so fresh, spicy, warm, spicy, and just clean. It just smells really clean. I like Gambit a lot. So this one, I was not expecting to walk away with at all. I hadn't even really heard too much about it. But this is fire. Gambit. Check this one out, y'all. And this is also one that is very masculine. So let me make that clear. A lot of Mind Games fragrances that I've tested are very unisex. They're largely unisex. This one for sure is for the fellas. This is for us. This is masculine for sure. Very masculine, grown up, manly scent. But something that you can put on any day. You can grab it, spray it, go, and you're gonna smell good with this on. So Gambit, definitely try this out, y'all. Now on to the last one. So the last Mind Games fragrance that I picked up in this haul is one that I wasn't familiar with. I didn't have a decan of it. Hadn't smelled it before. I haven't really heard too much about it. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this one. This is one that kind of caught me off guard. And that fragrance is the Forward. So the Forward. Man, what can I say about this? So this is, I actually wore this today. This is in the opening is very bright. You get like a very bright citrus type of vibe from, there's pomelo and I believe mandarin orange as well. But it's very bright citrus and salty in the opening, right? And actually, let me spray it. So yeah, you get in the opening, it's a citrus, salty type of vibe, and it's incredible. One of the best openings, from Mind Games. This opening is crazy. this opening is phenomenal. I can't lie. Now I will say the opening is a bit deceiving because it becomes a totally different fragrance in the dry down. The opening doesn't last, a very long time, as most openings tend not to, some longer than others, but this one, it fades away, pretty quickly. I would say you get maybe like 10, 15 minutes of the opening. But yeah, it's citrus, salty. So from the pomelo and I believe mandarin orange, if I'm not mistaken. And then it has salt as well, which you get the saltiness in the opening too. And then once it dries down to a very creamy, still salty, slightly salty, creamy, slightly salty, and floral type of scent. The openings and the opening and the dry down are massively different. This transforms on your skin like none other. Like this is one of those where, it's one of those where it's night and day between the opening and the dry down, but both are amazing in their own right. So I love the opening, but I also love the dry down. And like I said, the dry down it's a creamy type of scent and feel. It's creamy, still a bit salty, a tad woody, but like a soft wood. I believe it's sandalwood that's in here, which probably adds to the creaminess as well. And it's just really. Oh, it's really nice, and it comes off like floral, like a floral type of scent. The creaminess and the saltiness, you end up with like a floral note. It's beautiful, creamy, salty floral type of fragrance in the dry down. yeah, this is just really good, really good. So this one, I ended up picking this one over some others that I really liked. One being Double Attack. Double Attack it was hard for me to pass that one up. I really like Double Attack, and I'm sure I'm going to end up with it. But what really made me choose the forward over Double Attack is the current season that we're in. So right now it's springtime. I know the forward I can wear this spring, I can wear this summer, fall. Heck, you can wear this in the winter as well. Maybe when it's not like freezing, but this is the year-round fragrance that I can wear today. Double Attack for me is a cold weather fragrance. So I'm only gonna wear that fall, winter time. So it kind of came down to like, if I get Double Attack now, it's likely gonna sit until the fall, winter time. And I like the forward probably just as much. Like they're really like, to me, neck and neck. If it was the fall, winter time right now, I might have grabbed Double Attack over the forward. That's just kind of like right where they are. Compared to one another, they're just really close. But being that we are in the springtime and we got quite some time till the fall, winter, I went ahead and went with the forward over Double Attack. But Double Attack will be the next Mind Games fragrance that I pick up, likely later this year, fall time, October, November, around there. Double Attack is really good. I think my first impression of it was, all right, it's chocolate. But as I let it dry down and I wore it again after that, the decant that I have, Double Attack is fire. It's fire. Great chocolate fragrance. Like I said, for fall, winter, that's definitely one I'm going to add. Another one that I really liked was Grandmaster. Grandmaster was a good one as well. The five that I picked up, I have slightly over Grandmaster. So that may be one that I get down the line. We'll see. But I did like it a lot. And I also like Checkmate. Checkmate was a really good one as well. And Leonora, I think it's Leonora or Leonara. One of those. Leonara, I think it's pronounced. That was a really good one as well. That one might lean, from what I remember, I think it leaned slightly feminine, but definitely one that, men can pull off. And I like that one a lot also. So as you can see, there was a lot to debate in this process, but ultimately the five that I picked up, my first 5 Mind Games bottles, I'm extremely happy with. I really like the house. The quality is great. All of them are extrait de parfums. So you get really nice quality from all of them. And I'm just going to run down which ones I picked up again really quick. So French Defense, cherry, liqueur cherry, amber fragrance, beautiful. Blockade, green mango, pink pepper, tomato leaf, incredible. Jadoo, pomegranate, and suede. Also, you get some rose as well. Pomegranate, rose, suede, great fragrance. Gambit, just beautiful, fresh, clean, everyday signature scent. And also this gave me about 10, 11 hours. The longevity on this one is unmatched. Really, really clean, masculine scent. And the last one, the forward, you get citrus, salty, creamy, and to dry down, a bit floral in the dry down as well. Amazing. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions about any of these, please just leave them in the comments. I'll, try my best to answer any questions on these that you have. Also, I want to hear you guys' opinions. What do you guys think about these 5 that I picked up? And also, what is your overall opinion on the House of Mind Games and the other fragrances that Mind Games has? Which ones do you think I need to check out, or maybe need to get my nose on again? Which Mind Games fragrances do y'all like the best? What's your top 5 from Mind Games? That's what I want to know. What's your top 5 from Mind Games? So leave that in the comments. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear y'all thoughts. So leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.